So if you want to join the army, I am not going to gain anything. I am not a recruiter, but if you want to do it, you can. But, oh, I'm not a citizen, but I want to join. You have to have your green card, and it's going to be a similar process through what I went through for you to get to join the army. Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thank you for stopping by. My name is Nonso. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in America, and I'm a US soldier. If you're old, K-Way, what's going on? K-Way, thank you for coming back. I hope before you leave, you like what you see and you subscribe, and you also like this video and give it a thumbs up. So today, I'm going to be explaining all the steps, everything I did to join the army as a green card holder, as an immigrant. I'm not a citizen. I'm still not a citizen. As at the 26th of April 2020, I am still not a citizen. So this is just to let you know that even if you're not a citizen, you can still join the army. You can still join the army, but you have to have your green card first. Yes, you have to have your green card first. So if you've not seen the video about the requirements, like what to do to join the army, like what you need, requirements to join the army, I'm going to be putting the card somewhere right here, linking it, and I'm going to be putting the link in the description box. Make sure to go check that video. So this video can make sense to you because I already explained some of the things that I'm going to be talking about in this video. Okay, so let's dive right into it. So, of course, the first thing I did is I walked into a recruiter's office. I actually did not go to their office. I saw them in my school, and they gave me their office number and everything. And then I went to their office, and then they said I had to take this test. It was like a practice test, and I needed like 37 or 39 to pass. And, oh, too easy. I got like a 50-something. And then they said I had to take like the real test, which was like 100 was like the highest point or something. And then I was like, I didn't have time to take it immediately. They wanted me to take it like immediately, and the test is called the ASVAB. Okay, so that was the first step. That was the first thing I had to do. After of course, they already knew that I was a green card holder and I was within the age limit of 17 to 35. That's like two major things you have to have, right? So they said, I told them I couldn't take the exam that day, and then they said I could come back, and then I think it was a Friday or Thursday, and then I came back on a Monday to write the exam. No prior preparation, no nothing. I just went and I took the exam, and I made like a 90-something or 80 something. Like the score was so high, they were so excited. They were like, "Oh, congratulations, blah blah blah. Your scores is like one of the best we've seen." I was like, okay. Basically, the scores are just like maths and English and some mechanical questions. Those ones I was just clicking whatever goes, but it was basically maths and English. So I took that test, and then they were like, okay, let's see. You got good scores. And then they were like, oh, high school, blah blah blah. Yeah, I had a high school from Nigeria, and then I had to do my transcript and have it like sent to the United States and everything, and it was translated to their standard, and they were like, oh yeah, that works. Now I already started planning that. I already called WAEC and everything, and we got that ball rolling. I think we paid like $59 for that to be translated. I really don't remember how much. I think about $59. It was not so much, but it was not so little at that point. Cause yeah, I think my dad paid that money. Yeah, my dad did pay. He paid for the transcription of my transcript. That was my WAEC. And then the next thing, they started asking me if I had any health issues, if I had any criminal records and all that, and I was like, no, I don't have any of that. And then they were like, okay. Then they had to schedule me to actually take like a confirmation test. I had to go to MEPS and go take a confirmation test to confirm that I was the one who scored whatever score I had at my recruiter's office, right? So I was like, okay, we're going to schedule it and everything. And then I went and took that test, and then that day I realized I also had to take an English test. It's called ESLT, English as a Second Language test, to show that, oh, I knew English and I understood English. He also had a hearing test. He also had, I think, hearing test, spelling test, a bunch of tests for English though, like reading test and all that good stuff. Excuse me. I took that test, and then I took some personality tests. I took just a bunch of tests. Like I took about 6 tests or 7 tests just because I was a green card holder. And then I was put on this delayed entry program because I had green card and I wasn't a citizen. So they had to do like a background check to kind of like see if I had any criminal records, if I had anything in my records that would like make me not join the United States Army. So before, they would like put you on that program and you still be able to go to basic training and come back. But no, I could not, right? I could not do all of that because the rule was changed. Basically, they had to do that investigation before I was able to go to basic training. So after I passed all those series of tests I had to go back to MEPS. So that day it was to do all my physicals. Like, so they do some physical tests, they do your blood draws, urine tests. Basically they're checking for drugs, like if you've abused drugs, if you have marijuana in your system, all that good stuff. So if you used to smoke or use hard drugs, like your recruiter will kind of give you like a period of time for it to like clear out of your system. That's why you have to be honest with your recruiter. And then my recruiter was like, oh, if you have any like problems, don't tell them and everything. So I was like, okay, no problem. So they actually did a lot of tests. They did hearing tests, they did eye tests. That was where I knew I had problems in my eyes. I knew I had problems in my eyes, but I was just like, it's not that serious. But I actually found out it was serious, but it was something that glasses could fix. So they prescribed glasses for me, and we did a bunch of exercises like touch your toe or reach for your ear, some kind of weird exercises we had to do. Basically, they were checking our spine, they were checking like your wrist, they'll check your hand, they'll have you wiggle your fingers and all that, wiggle your toes, just to make sure that nothing is wrong with you. So when you enter the army, anything that spoils, they will take care of it, basically, just to be sure that you're physically fit to actually go to the training and they're not liable for whatever happens to you. So there was one weird thing about that day was the fact that we had to be in this whole room. I was in this room with like, I think like 30 other girls, and we were all wearing just bras and underwear, pants. Pants is, for my Nigerian people, pants, that we were just wearing that, and I felt so vulnerable. I was like, oh my god, I don't like this. But it was not just me, it was everybody, okay? So I was like, oh my god, I did not like it and everything. And we had to wear, we didn't have to wear sports bra. We had to wear like a regular bra that could show like your spine and everything. They made us do some weird things. And they also like did this, they did like breast examination to be sure you didn't have like lumps and everything. It was so weird. Like, that was the weirdest day of my life. Like, it was so weird. But good thing I passed that day. But then I think I wrote in my thing that I had flight sickness, like I had motion sickness and everything. So I had to like make a written statement, and I was sent back, and then I had to come back like 3 weeks later. Like, it was just a whole mess. Okay, so I finished everything. I did all of that day, and then I swore in that day. That was the day I swore in. I raised my hand and I became an American soldier. I'm going to see if I can find pictures and actually insert. I looked so horrible. I looked so thin, and yeah. And after that, what else? Oh, I had to wait for my background check to go through. They did all the background check. Basically, they were just checking if I was a thief, if I was a terrorist, if I knew Boko Haram, all that good stuff. Like, if I had any criminal records and all that. So the background check usually takes from 6 months to a year, right? And I was putting in my mind that, okay, 6 months, that's fine. But mine came in like 3 months and a half, or 3 or 4 months. It wasn't up to 5 months at all. It was really quick. My sister's own came very quick too. I think after my sets, they kind of like cancelled that whole thing or something. I don't really know what went on. So it came back, and then I had to go back to MEPS and go choose a job, go sign a contract, and then I signed a 6-year contract, and I chose a nursing job, and that's why I'm still in training now. I chose a nursing job. I got my ship out date. I was supposed to go to Oklahoma, Fort Sill. I am never ever going to go back to Oklahoma for anything. They have the worst weather in the whole wild world. I don't care what anybody says, Oklahoma has the worst weather. So I actually did sign. So I signed that contract like October, and then my ship out date was January 28th. So I went back. chose the job and everything, and that was when my journey began. I was like, okay, this is getting real. Like, this is actually getting real. I'm going to be going to basic training. I'm going to be a soldier and everything. So I started looking into the packets. They gave me this whole packing list. They told me the do's and don'ts. Oh, if you haven't had any tattoos, you probably don't want to add more tattoos and anything. You know, they're just a lot of things, and they were like, don't get into any trouble, because if you get into any trouble, we could revoke your ship out date, you're not going to go anymore, and a bunch of rules that I was given. And I was like, okay, I guess we're going to be doing this. And the fact that I did not know anything about the army, I was just following whatever was going, and I was like, okay. So October went, I started training with my recruiters. We started going to future soldiers training, where we started running. I had a bunch of battle buddies who also knew, like, we started knowing our ship out dates, and it started becoming real. The things started becoming real, like, okay, this is true. You know, I started running more often. We started doing sit-ups. We started trying out the PT test so that we kind of like know what we were doing when we shipped out. I went to my unit. Then I knew my unit because I'm reserved. So before my ship out day, I was able to go to my unit, try to in-process, but there was a problem somewhere. I couldn't in-process and everything. So yeah, that's how I joined the army as a green card holder without being a citizen. So I hope this was able to help somebody out there, because a lot of you have been asking me questions talking about, oh, I'm not a citizen, but I want to join. You have to have your green card, and it's going to be a similar process through what I went through for you to get to join the army. So if you want to join the army, I am not going to gain anything. I am not a recruiter, but if you want to do it, you know, you can. Go online, type goarmy.com. There are a bunch of recruiters that are there that are waiting for you to call. Even in this corona season, they do virtual whatever, like a voice or video call, and they can tell you whatever you need. And yeah, that's it for this video. So if you watch my video up to this point, you are my personal person, and I am grateful for you. Thank you so much. If you have not subscribed up to this point, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button down there. And if you enjoyed this video, you learned something new or anything, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, tell me, what do you think? If you're in the army, if you're in the navy, whatever branch of service, if you're shipping out, if you're thinking of it, anything, just tell me in the comment section. Let's talk, you know, let's talk. If you have any questions, you feel like there's something that I said you do not understand, write it in the comment section and I'll sure to reply you. If you're a soldier and you think I missed out anything, put it in the comment section. And if you're not following me on any of my social media platforms that are always right here, I think you should click one of the links in the description box and follow me. Hurry up! Don't forget to share this video with your friends so that we can keep growing. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!